So I'm actually a little excited here to hear about this new challenge. I think I'm not sure what it might be. I think I might know, but then again, I might not know. So
You don't.
what?
You don't know what it is because I just thought of it.
See, I'm curious now. Hope it isn't that he's replacing me with somebody that's like really fun and really cool and awesome. That's as long as we're there, we're good. Okay, so jumping straight into our core lesson for today. Eagles, it's about planning for the future. So right now, I'm not sure what grade all of you guys are in, but hopefully the majority of you are probably middle school to high school. So you got to be thinking about what's going to be coming up next. College is definitely a big option. For years, it's been the number one option. Now there's things like trade schools that are getting a lot more interest, so to speak. So you don't have to, go all 4 years. You can go for 2 years and become a plumber, electrician, and still make a really good living. So who knows? There's armed forces to look at. There's different things. So you got to look at what your future is going to look like. Casey Lindo, who's actually one of our participants, he's an alumni. He's at North Carolina A&T. He plays golf on the golf team. He's in the Air Force ROTC, and when he graduates, he's going to enlist in the Air Force. He's actually going to go in as an officer, and he's going to get to travel around the world on Uncle Sam's dime. So he's going to join the Air Force, travel around the world, see all kinds of different crazy cool things, and probably spend 20 years in the Air Force. By the time he's my age, he'll be retired. Kind of crazy. So there's different options and stuff, but you need to look at your future, what you want to do, and try to find the best plan that works for your personality, how much you like to go to school, things you like to do. You like to work with your hands? Do you like to work with your brain? Do you like sitting in front of a computer? Whatever it is. Me, I like to be out and about, running around, working with young people. That's what really kind of, gets my motor going every day, to work with you people. So to me, that was having this job here was perfect for me. And I love golf, and it was just a kind of a perfect relationship. So you got to find out what's best for you and jump in there. Well, that was the core lesson. The core value is responsibility. So you're responsible for making a plan. You are already in Birdie, so you know what a goal ladder is like. You know how to set goals. So you have the responsibility of setting those goals and that step-by-step process you need to go through to get to those goals. So if you want to go to Harvard, you got to understand what that's going to take, and you need to work your tail off to get there. If you want to go into the armed forces, you got to understand that you have to graduate high school. They're looking for highly intelligent people. They want you to get in there and be able to really be a contributor. My wife sits on the national board of the Navy SEAL Family Foundation. That's pretty crazy. To become a Navy SEAL, you have to speak a minimum of 2 languages, or they're not even going to accept you into trying. That's kind of crazy. So you make sure you understand what you want to do and all the parameters that go around that. And that's your responsibility to understand it. Don't put that on mom and dad. That's not their responsibility to understand what you need to do. That's your job, okay? Get on it. All right, so real quick, let's get loosened up, man. Somebody's got to get up, get moving. I'm going to move this back a little bit. I got some room today. I'm not in the backyard. I had to come in here to work, so I am a long way away. Let me come a little bit closer here. Okay, there we go. So we're going to work on skipping. So skipping is with opposites. So when my right knee goes up, my left hand goes up, and I need it to go up. I don't want just a little arm movement. So we're going to skip in place here. High knees, and your front of your foot is just hitting. I don't want your heel to be smacking the ground. So once again, we're getting up on the tips of the toes, and this is working on that coordination. Now here's the tricky one is, can you skip backwards? And then you gotta get oh man, look at that. See, I already messed up right there. So I gotta make sure I got opposites going. So then we skip forward, skip backwards. So that's real important. So we're working on the coordination there. And I guarantee if you tried that at home, just like I did there a second ago, you might mess up, but that's okay. So just think about it real quick, and then it'll get going a little bit better. Another thing we'll do, make sure I'm not going to smack anything here. Let's get some jumping jacks and some slap jacks on there. Let's go 10 jumping jacks. 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, and slap jacks are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now that we got a little bit of warm up here, we're going to work on our stretches. So once again, we're doing the quad stretch. So we're going to take 3 steps. We're going to pull back. You'll walk it out, 3 steps, pull back and even reach up. 1, 2, 3, take 3 steps, reach up. 1, 2, 3, and reach up. Now this is something you should be doing more than just 2 times on each side. You should probably do it 10 times on each side. I'm just giving you a brief rundown. So all these stretches you should do every day. So walking out, you're gonna put the heel up, and you're gonna swoop down towards the heel, walk it out, put the heel up on the other side, swoop down. You really feel a stretch going down the calf, maybe into the hamstring even a little bit. 3 steps here and down. So right now we've got the front of our thighs here. We just got our calves. Now we're going to work on the glutes. So it's the sock and the shin. So I'm grabbing my sock, my shin, and I'm going to pull up real good. Walk it out, other side. Pull up real good. Trying to stretch that glute out. Top of the hamstring. 1, 2, 3. And once again. Now, if you happen to have something like this at home, some people do, some people don't, but if your parents have I know sometimes your mom or even the young ladies in here have a foam roller, one of the great things you can do is roll out your legs. It's really important because you want to break up all the tissue in the back here that's kind of jammed in there. So you can get on here like this, put your heel on here, put this other leg on top, and roll it back and forth. And if you find a spot that particularly hurts, spend a little extra time rolling that out, because what that's going to do is going to create a lot of flexibility in this area, because what happens, you get really tight. So if you get knotted up, and you got a big knot back here that really hurts, well, guess what? That's super tight. That's not going to stretch. And if you try to do some stretches like touching your toes, you could actually tear something. So make sure something like a foam roller is a really, really, really good thing to have. All right. Now, get back in here. Whoop. So, we're going to go over, we're going to do some rule trivia. So, we're going to talk back about the loose impediments, movable and immovable obstructions. You guys are going to have a chance to win some stuff there. But now, we're going to come up with a game. And we got a new game for you, something you can do at home, something kind of creative. One of our coaches, Coach Cliff, over at Charles T. Myers, he came up with this. Thought it was a pretty awesome game. And I don't care how old you are. I think everybody can do this. Even though, you know, I guess I'm a big kid maybe, and I like to do it anyway. So what I've got here is I have set up a racetrack. You can see my racetrack here going around. I got the yellow cord on the outside. I got kind of the orange cord in the middle. And right here, I got my start-finish line. So what's going to happen is I'm going to challenge myself to get around this racetrack in the least amount of shots possible. Let me lower this down a little bit. Good, there we go. All right. So now if I hit one of the cords on the inside or outside, I have to add 1 shot to my score. Let me find a golf ball around here. My goodness, I don't even have, oh, there's the golf ball. There's the golf ball. Pretty bad. Golf Pro doesn't have golf ball. Okay, so I've got a start-finish line over here. Now I'm going to start right here. But I've got to be responsible for, since responsibility is our core value, I'm responsible for how big of a motion I use. Now, this carpet's pretty fast. You guys have put it in here before, so if my hands barely move back and forth, the ball's still going to go a long way. If you're playing super fast greens, sometimes you got to just barely move it, and the ball's going to roll a long way. Now, I like using angles. I'm going to come to the far side here and see how far down I can get with this. Oh, I just hit the cord. That's a 1-shot penalty, so I can move it out. So now I'm hitting my 3rd shot. That wasn't very good. Okay, now we're going to go with 4. Oh, now let's see if I can get down here a long way. It's 5, 6. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Oh, I hit it. That's a 7. Bring it back. Go across with 8, and then across the finish line for a 9. So now, that really wasn't that good, to be honest with you. I had a couple penalties there. So what I would challenge you to do is set up something. Set up a course. It can be small. It can be large. You can make super tight lanes. You can make it wide, however you want to do. But whatever you do, challenge yourself each time that you set up a course. Challenge yourself every time you go around to get better and better and better. Shoot a better score, because that's a lot more fun. I like to challenge myself. I think, honestly, if I went back and tried it, I could probably get around in 5, hopefully. I'm hoping, but I would do the best that I could, and that's what I want you to do. Do the best you can. Oh, where'd my sheet go? Hold on a second. There we go. All right.